Today, we're going to be looking at the relationship between screen technology such as iPads and iPhones and its effect on the communication between parents and kids. I'm going to be playing a short clip from a mini documentary for context and we'll discuss afterwards. Quick warning, even I struggled to get through this video because it was so triggering. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
Welcome to the age of iPad kids. Gen Z, we're told, is terrified by the prospect of raising a generation of children who are slaves to their iPads. The term iPad kids is commonly used to describe children who are raised without any restrictions on their screen time, and the topic, ironically enough, gained significant traction on TikTok amongst TikTok kids. There is now a whole genre of TikTok videos that have garnered millions of views, where users openly criticize and ridicule the behaviors of iPad kids, throwing tantrums when the devices are taken away, displaying a complete disinterest in engaging with others, lacking the ability to play with traditional toys, etc. But behind all the sarcasm and dark humor lies a whole host of uncomfortable truths about where our society is going. The kids of today are bad, but the kids of tomorrow will be living a life we can't even think of. Generation Alpha is something we don't want to think about. But what's actually going to happen to these kids in the future? But to understand what's going to happen and why iPad kids are such a terrifying phenomena, we need to look at how things were a few decades ago. It wasn't long ago when it was normal for children to play outside, unsupervised for extended periods of time, specifically to play with other kids from their neighborhoods. Your parents probably did the same, all for extended periods of time, completely unsupervised, playing sports, building forts and climbing trees. And doing this helped children develop useful skills for their adult years. They learned how to communicate, how to negotiate, how to delegate, how to defend themselves, how to make friends, and the importance of teamwork. It helped them develop lifelong friendships. Play helped these children develop as humans to become, as the author Nicholas Taleb said, anti-fragile. It fostered creativity. Play, along with other key components like community, traditional family values, and religion, helped form what philosopher Peter Berger called a sacred canopy, an invisible structure that stretched over society, providing a shield that protects people from the uncertainties and cruelties of life. Outdoor, unsupervised play helped create better citizens and in turn, a better society. However, in the early 80s, outdoor unsupervised play became far less frequent, replaced instead by closely monitored trips to the park and heavily supervised playdates. By 1997, the year Generation C officially began, the days of widespread unstructured play were officially dead. And fast forward to today, and outdoor unsupervised play has almost been entirely replaced by indoor unsupervised screen time, and family time replaced by screen time. Today's children suffer from nature deficit disorder, a term coined by author Richard Louv.
We're creating an environment in which I believe, by definition, they are less alive. What parent wants their child to be less alive? What teacher wants their students to be less alive?
At the same time, rates of childhood conduct disorder, a precursor to psychopathy, continues to increase. This worrying rise is completely connected to a lack of unsupervised play and the fact that more and more parents are outsourcing their role as primary caregivers. And outsourcing to who?
So like I said, that's just part of the documentary, and even I struggled to get through it completely because of its implications. Parents have gone full circle from letting their kids do whatever they want on the outside world completely unsupervised to now letting their kids do whatever they want on the online world completely unsupervised. There's a distinct difference between a parent and someone who has kids. A parent is more than a title, it's a verb. Now, a survey by the American Academy of Pediatrics showed that many children under 5 are left to their own mobile devices. And some of the side effects of that include reduced emotional control, memory impairment, higher levels of apathy and anxiety, lower levels of empathy, language and speech delays, language and speech impairment, as well as increased criminal activity. So it's really sad how normal it's becoming, and there's no telling what type of effect that this is going to have on the next generation in the long run. Too much screen time as an infant impacts a child's learning skills and social skills later on in life. If you're outsourcing your parenting to the iPad, who's raising your kids? More and more influencers are on your child's screen now. And if you're outsourcing to influencers, they're hijacking your child's perception. People like Adam22, Neon, Logan Paul, they fill kids with dangerous ideologies, distorted emotionally charged narratives, and propagate materialism and self-absorption and OnlyFans. Do you want your daughter being raised by Cardi B and Ice Spice? Boys, they fill boys with dangerous ideologies of getting hosed and just screwing everybody else over. It's the modern social media influencer. And the fact that people blame the kids for all this is the most disturbing part. Wherever the fate of the new generation, the responsibility always lies with the parent. The average teen today spends up to 6 hours online doom scrolling. Imagine a 5, 6, 7-year-old being programmed by these algorithms. What's the implication going to be with regard to the way that these kids interface with the world? They will continue to get lonelier and angrier if this continues. And the thing is, most parents don't even know this. They never experienced this themselves, so they don't even know the consequences. But where will this put, especially with the rise of AI, where will this put Generation Alpha? Those born between 2012 and the mid-2020s will grow up in these virtual worlds. We wouldn't have this problem if parents started parenting again. Not every adult deserves a child, but every child deserves a parent. If you want a program that supports you to bond with your kids while taking back responsibility for their education, then apply for a 30-minute consultation call in our link below. Through our programs, we have developed verifiably genius kids who have never watched TV, iPad, or iPhone. So if you want to give your child a childhood they don't have to heal from, click the link below for your consultation call to give your kid and yourself that same opportunity. This is Jude Poku with Limitless Education Group. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and we'll see you on the next one.